All right, everybody, welcome back to Debbie Doodles Art and Soul. I am making a Christmas present. Shh, don't tell. It's going to be a rainbow tree ring, we hope. I love this stuff because I just never know. You guys always seem crooked. Hold on, let me fix you. One of these days. Can you see my paint? Okay. So over here, I already have, hold on, I don't feel like you can see all the way. There we go. Okay, so I've already set up the paint, and I have, because the rainbow consists of more than 3 colors, what I'm doing is adding the oranges and yellow, the blue and the red, and the green and the purple. And we're going to layer those in a cup. The canvas is a 10 by 20 inch oblong. We're going to be, and I've already pre-mixed these. These already have the Floetrol, which is the flow medium. And the ratio is 1 paint to Floetrol. So it's a 2-to-1 ratio. And then, of course, the mixture I use with the water and the Floetrol mixed together. This is 90% water, 10% Floetrol. And that's already done. So I already have my paints exactly the thinness that I want them. And I'm going to go ahead and start layering them in the cup. And the way that I'm going to do it is I'm going to put for this one, this color right here is, hold on, I'm looking at my cheat sheet. Getting to the reds. Oh, this is Brilliant Magenta, and it kind of has a pink tone. I don't know if you guys can see my lighting. I'm still working on lighting. So this is a magenta, a Brilliant Magenta. So it's a little pinkier, which is what I wanted. And for this tree ring, I want to have deep layers. So I'm not doing, I'm going to do a lot of each color in the cup. And I'm pouring on the sides so that they will actually layer. If you pour your paints directly into the cup, like above it, you're going to mix your paint. And so as you can see, that's layered right on top. And then that was the ultramarine blue, and this is lipstick red. Okay, and I'm going to do one more layer of each. Not around. Okay. And so we're just alternating the colors. And I think that that's about enough. If I have leftovers, then that's great, which I do. I have a little bit left over of each, which I'm going to hold on reserve over here to the side. And then we will move on to our oranges and our yellows. And so this is a tangerine orange. It's kind of a light neutral orange color. I thought was pretty. Sorry, one of my hairs got on the canvas. My hair gets everywhere. I'm going to do the, this is a lemon yellow. I'm going to do this in the middle because yellow, remember your first in is your last out. Yellow will take over sometimes. So I'm not doing as much yellow so that it doesn't take over the orange. I like the oranges. And this is a jack-o'-lantern orange. It's nice bright orange. And the last I'm going to do just a little bit. I actually am going to end that with this bright orange. And I have plenty of reserve. And that looks, I'm looking at my cups. I want to have equal amounts. So I'm going to add some more of this. That's perfect. Okay, and then I have all these on reserve, and so this is either going to be to add on to this or a dirty pour. I haven't decided yet. All right, and then now on to our really pretty purples and green. I love these. I love this color combination mixed together. I hope it comes out as bright as I want it to. And I want to sandwich this green in between these pretty purples. So I'm kind of obsessed with these tree rings now, trying to get them to come out right. So I'll continue to do them. This one is going to be a Christmas present. I've decided that I'm doing Debbie Doodle paintings for Christmas for lots of my family members this year. All right, I'm going to measure, see where I'm at here. Yeah, I'm almost where I want it to be. Almost. Ooh, that went kind of quick. That one's thin. All right, see, I think that this one needs a little tiny bit more. So let me add a little of this pretty. There we go. Okay. All right, and then I'm going to use, did you see that? Because stuff's a mess, that's why. That's why. Stay. Okay, and so then I have my Black and Reserve, and this is just my mixture of black, Floetrol, and a little bit of water. And this is what I'm going to edge the canvas with. But I'm going to wait to edge it. I'm not going to edge it until the painting is poured, and if I have, if the painting needs a little bit of black. That's all I'm going to do that for. So I'm going to move these over to the side. And these are going to come with this away. There's no silicone in any of this. The Floetrol makes its own cells, so we're going to just let it do what it does. And now, here we go. So I'm going to start with the blue and red color. We're going to go slow and close to the canvas. Okay, I'm going to stop there, and we're going to, as it sits, it'll spread, and then start in the center with the yellow. Oh, that's pretty. We want to try to make the rings size-wise as even as possible. They are going to come off the edge, but that's just the way that it goes. Okay, pretty so far. And then here we go with this really pretty purple and green mixture. My music stopped. I hope this looks rainbowy when it's done. A little more. This purple was a little thicker, so I'm going to pour a little more of it. But again, I'm going to save a little tiny bit on reserve, and they're already touching each other. So now what we get to do is move these out of the way so I don't cause a catastrophe. And then I'm going to tilt. And I basically just want to go back and forth. I don't want them to go side to side too terribly much. I will, though, to run them off the sides on this side. And I think what I'm going to do is go ahead, because I want some edge to help this along. Go ahead and just give it a little bit of black around the edges while it's sitting. it's learning its new home. I don't need a whole lot. Just what I found with this is that the paint needs something to grab onto to flow off the sides. And you know, every time I think I know something about this technique, I learn something new. So it's all good. And of course, here I go with my fingers. Because I like it. This art makes me feel like a kid again. You know, sticking your fingers in the paint. Cover the sides. It's going to run off, but you don't want bald spots on your sides, so just kind of run your fingers along. You can feel the canvas when it's covered or not, usually. And then of course you need to look, because sometimes you miss a spot. Okay guys, here we go. I feel like that's good. Pardon me. Alright, dirty finger, I'll be right back. I mean, not my camera. I think it's looking pretty neat so far. Oh, I see some cells on this side. And that's gorgeous. Alright guys, here we go. Let me stand up because I feel like I got more control that way. And we're just going to go gently forward. Or back, whatever. However that looks to you. It's forward to me. So the red and the blue is not moving as fast. It's being a little turtle, but that's okay. The yellow is moving nice. See, it's going to touch that black and it just kind of helps it along. I need to get this blue to move more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop and go back to my blue and red mixture, and I'm going to add so that it has more velocity. It'll move better. Okay. Alright, and I'm going to let that just set for a second. That is so pretty. I like pretty stuff, you guys. As you can tell. So I'm going to bring it back down this way, and let's see how we move this way. There we go. Stretching the rings. There we go. The blue and the red's moving the way I want it to now. Perfection. I'm going to come back. These rings I found to keep them ringy. You really have to be patient with them. My other pours, you can just kind of pour them and then tilt and twist and see what happens. But with these, because you're trying to keep a certain shape and design in the middle, you gotta go easy and slow with them to maintain the design. Okay, so now what I'm feeling and seeing is I don't feel like I have enough in the purple over here. So I am on reserve with extra. That's kind of why I did that, because I found with some of these that you have to play with them a little bit. Okay. Okay, let's see how it moves now. Nice. All right, and off the edge we go, guys. And let's move back down. I wish I had my music. Alexa is not listening to me. And there we go. Off the edge. It's looking groovy, guys. It's funny, my last video that I did, I wanted to go through and do a count on how many times I said groovy. It's like I need to come up with different words to describe the grooviness of it. Patience is what we're rolling with right here. And I don't want it to go too much off the edge because, see, there's that ring. And if you go too much off the edge, you will lose your ring. So I'm going to bring it back in. And I think I want to bring it to the edge a little bit more on this side. Pardon me. Or actually, I need to bring it this way a little. Because red is winning the race, guys. So I'm going to get this purple over here moving in the right direction. I don't mind it. I don't mind a little bit of the swiggity swaggity in the middle, but I am, however, I want to push this red down some. And I think what I'm going to do to help that along is add a little bit more black over here to the edge to give it a grip. I'm giving it a grip, you guys. Get a grip. And there we go. And I'm going to give this one a grip too. Okay. Hey, that looks pretty cool. All right. Let's bring it out. And there we go. Alright, and here we go off this side. And bring it back. And you want to find the weight of your paint, and it's so the weight of the paint, you can kind of feel it and see it. So watch your painting, and then try to manipulate it to where it kind of goes the way you want it to go. I'm getting a little zigzag with this yellow, so I'm going to try to, I don't want too much of a ziggy-zaggy in it, so there we go. I'm going to try to straighten it out some, and then bring it back down here. There we go. See, I'm kind of straightening it out. What's up, sister?
Adios.
Adios, amigos. Have a great day at work.
Love you.
Love you too.
It looks awesome.
Thank you. It's fun. Okay, now this, now what I want to do, I want to kind of bring it back in the middle. I want to take this red down over to the side some. So let's go this way with it. There we go. And here we go. There we go. It's working with me now, peoples. There we go. And then tip it and then bring it back. Alright, now we want to recenter it a little bit. I got to get over here and work with this, the blue and the blue and the green a little bit more, the purple and green, excuse me. And let's move it this way. You guys are being so patient with me. This one's calling for patience. Oh, right on. That's exactly what I wanted to have happen. There we go. Alright, bring it back. Alright, now I'm going to center it again. Try to. It's funny how the it looks kind of green over here. Yellow and blue make green though, I guess, so. Gonna let a little of this go. There we go. I wish this was a little more off, but I think that looks pretty cool. I think we're grooving, guys. The red has a lot of cells in it that kind of makes it not look so much tree ringy. Let's go here this way. I'm going to bring it this way a little bit more. There we go. And then I'm going to bring it down. There we go. And I think that's how I'm going to roll. I'm going to take this off a little tiny bit there, boink, and then bring it back. Let's give it some shape. Oh yeah, there we go. I dig it. All right, I like that, you guys. I think it looks groovy. Ha! There it is again, groovy. I can't help it. It's my word. All right, dirty fingers. Let's see. I had paper towels. Where'd they go? Here they are. Okay, so I see with my little eye, I feel like that there's not a lot of yellow in here. And I was so worried about yellow taking over. It's more orangey than it is yellow. I happen to have a little tiny bit of yellow, and I think what I'm going to do is give it a little finesse. I'm going to just finesse a little, and it's going to spread. As well, I want a little bit more green in this. There's a lot of purple right there. So I'm just going to do the same thing, give it a little finesse, a little touchy-poo. And that's going to spread. You can already see this one spreading. I'm actually going to take this and move it a little. And you can use whatever tool you want to use to do this with. And what'll happen is it'll mix with the other colors. I really like the way this one came out over here. And this what I'll do is just kind of run my, and this will separate and it'll blend in to the rest of the colors. So it doesn't look like I obviously put some extra in there. But I dig that. That kind of brought it all out, this yellow vein I put in the middle right there. I'm actually going to hit it with the heat gun. I just am curious to see what happens. And not much, but that's what happens when you don't put silicone in it. But that was okay, because that's kind of what I wanted. I didn't really want very many cells. So I feel like that this is complete. Does it look rainbowy enough? Am I missing anything? I think it looks absolutely groovy. I dig it. So I'm going to go back into this video and count all the groovies and dig it. And I'm calling this one finito. So thank you so much. I appreciate your little bit of time. And again, if you dig what I'm doing, subscribe, like, and share. I appreciate you. Bye.